has to settle for third place in that driver's title, but third place tonight in the Grand Prix was Lando Norris's. And he does look absolutely exhausted after that tonight. Mental exhaustion as well as physical, I think, as well.
Yeah, I'm sure his stomach will be much less of a knot now than it was 2 hours ago.
Oscar Piastri makes the long walk out after picking up his 26th podium in Formula One, the season. He won Grand Prix, 7 of them, led the championship, took his first pole positions, really came of age. His third season in Formula One took him to the brink of that world title. And Max Verstappen let go of his grip on the World Championship. He won the last 3 Grand Prix, but it wasn't to be enough. The spoils are his on the track tonight. The spoils over 24 rounds go to McLaren and to Lando Norris, but he gave it max effort, didn't he? Once again, the Dutch and Austrian national anthem rings out for another victory then for Max Verstappen and for Red Bull. A 10th consecutive podium finish to end the season and his 51st win as a world champion, one less than Michael Schumacher, who holds the record for the most wins with car number 1.
Big cheer for Max. I love that line he had recently. I need some new haters because all my old haters be turned into fans.
Head of race team operations at Red Bull is Rich Wolverson. He receives the Constructors' Trophy for tonight in this, the last race for Red Bull and Honda as a technical partnership. They go their separate ways next season. For Oscar Piastri, he'll have a Mercedes engine next season in his McLaren. New engines, new power unit, new fuels too, new aerodynamics. We'll say goodbye to DRS and maybe we'll say hello to McLaren battling on track once again, but we'll definitely say hello to world champion Lando Norris. There's a party somewhere and he's on the guest list here in Abu Dhabi tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild night for the Norris family and McLaren team.
And that is it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for 2025. Lando Norris slams down the champagne bottle and stands on the podium as world champion. No victory for him tonight. Max Verstappen takes the spoils in Abu Dhabi over the course of a year. It was McLaren, Norris that reigned supreme.
That's what it means, the realisation of a boyhood dream. You expend a lot of energy over the course of a Formula One season, but Lando Norris, despite the elation, looks absolutely drained, emotionally and mentally. He's had to hold his nerve this evening up against the greatest of all time there in the form of Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. He did so, he did what he needed to do in finishing third. He made some overtakes in the middle of the race, which could have been dangerous. Oscar Piastri perhaps on the wrong strategy for him in the end. He finished in second, but so magnanimous in defeat, as was Max Verstappen. This has been played out in the best of spirits, and I think that's how this championship may well be remembered. For his parents, absolute joy, the ecstasy, and the agony at times this season of watching their son's ups and downs, but in the end he got it together. And as I mentioned, held his nerve at the right time under the greatest pressure. He follows in a long line of great names for McLaren to win the title. Fittipaldi, Hunt, Lauda, Prost, and Senna, Mika Häkkinen, the last one 17 years ago, Lewis Hamilton. And Just look at the joy. That's what it means to become a world champion. Nico Rosberg is alongside me, so too Bernie Collins. Nico, I could